So let's join DIY expert Christian Dare.
I love it when we can make art a little bit more accessible because sometimes it's just the thing that's missing in your apartment or your condo or your house. If you can make it, my goodness, you're saving a lot of money.
For sure. Because what's really hard is art can get really expensive.
Yes.
And I want to do a quick fix for spring because it was like I was in New Orleans where everything's colorful, everything's print on print.
Yes.
And I came home to Toronto, I was like, oh no, my house is so white.
Right.
It felt so bare.
You need some color.
That I needed some color and I wanted to do it cheaply.
Yes.
Right? Like we don't have tons of money, especially if you want to flip your house constantly. So, which
that what
we
you
all
guys
do.
do?
Yes, it's like re-merchandising the home all the time, right?
Yes.
So what I found was this great sort of option with gaffer tape.
Oh, that's all gaffer tape,
So this is actually gaffer tape. So anyone who works sort of in the industry knows it for black to tie down cording, right? It's like a tech thing, right? But it now comes in tons and tons of colors.
Yeah.
And what's nice is different widths.
Beautiful.
So it's almost like your built-in stripes already.
Yes.
Right? Like you don't have to measure, you don't have to like tape off the lines, paint within the lines. This is way easier, right?
Also, they make it comes in navy blue. Who's all sophisticated designing the gaffer tape?
Like a khaki green, right? So it's great.
That's beautiful.
So I went with sort of a classic wood canvas. I find it way easier than a normal canvas when you're working with tape because you can really smooth it down on the wood.
Okay.
So just get a variety of gaffer tape. I wanted all the backs of mine, as you can see, to have that neutral wood feeling.
Yes.
It just felt kind of fresh for spring, but if you want it to be white, just use a coat of gesso on your wood, because it will actually give you a better coating on your wood.
What is gesso?
So gesso is sort of more of an acrylic medium for artists. It kind of primes it better, so you need less coats to get that white.
We should have actually started by showing all of this, but Al just got a beautiful shot of it. Like, look at the different configurations that you can actually make just using gaffer tape.
Yep.
Like, that is incredible. And so no measuring, but you probably had to measure like the space.
No.
You didn't?
I did no measuring.
Okay, so show me how you
I hate measuring.
Show me how you did that.
Measure 0, cut 0.
Okay, good. I want to know.
It's super, super easy. So to do the stripe, it's very, very easy. Basically, you're just following up the stripes. This one I actually found the inspiration. There's a fashion designer called Paul Smith that always does stripes. And the secret to his stripe is to do like sort of darker colors with a hit of a bright.
Okay.
So it's great. So you get this kind of intense feel. And the great thing with gaffer tape is if you hate it,
take it off.
Take it off. Redo it.
Right?
Super, super
That's
easy.
so
It's a great
easy.
project with your kids.
Okay.
Yeah. So I will show you the tricks for no measuring.
Okay, show me the tricks for no measuring.
So all you really want to do is you're going to kind of cut off your corner, just like I did. So we've got this guy, right?
Yeah.
And then to do your stripes, super easy. Still no measuring, still no real cutting. It rips for you. So the first one you do it like that. The second one, that's your spacing.
Okay.
So see I put them side by side?
Yeah.
And you just keep repeating.
Oh, so that's just your spacer, and you
That's
just
your
use that a
spacer.
gazillion times.
And you use that a gazillion times.
Ah.
Right? And you just keep repeating. So it's super easy. And it's like the eye kind of tricks you into thinking things are straight when they're not quite straight anyways.
Right.
So as long as you're close, I wouldn't suggest drinking lots of wine before you do this DIY. I know other times I do.
Probably not.
The other trick I've learned is, see how it looks messy?
Yeah, maybe a little.
But you can cut it, super easy. So if I was
Okay.
Martha, I would say get out your bone folder.
Right.
And go right in here. I use my finger. So you actually get a line right there.
Yeah.
You take your X-Acto knife.
Okay.
Super easy. Well, it was super easy.
If it was like,
Ta-da!
there you go.
And you just slice right along it.
Okay.
And then watch. Peel it off. Ta-da!
Oh,
You now have your
perfect.
clean line.
That's
so you just
really
keep going
good.
along. Because basically your finger has already made the line for you, so you know you're just following it.
So you just came up with whatever patterns you wanted to do, the stripes going any which way, and
so
had
if you're
some
not
fun
sure
with it.
what to do, go online. There's a whole history of contemporary art using sort of graphic design, using stripes, get inspiration. This one came from a fashion print that inspired me.
Cute.
So just go for it. Like, it's super, super easy. And just like I said, if you hate it, it just comes right off.
It erases.
It erases.
Christian Dare, you rock.